37th parallel on America's haunted highway, it's Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.
I have a funny hat.
down.
I hate hats.
I
don't have any funny hats. I take every hat serious.
That Sean?
Oh,
I hat that the guy behind him's wearing.
All right, Rob, you can go. Sorry.
Welcome to the Pixelated.
Oh boy!
Pixelated.
All right, boys, let's wrap it up.
Welcome to Pixelated.
Let's wrap it up.
Reset back to 1.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Pixelated Paranormal's RPG game of D&D. And I just realized there's shit all over my Dungeons and Dragons t-shirt, and I'm upset about it. I don't know what that is.
Your haircut
Anyway,
looks nice, by the way. Very dapper.
Oh, thank you. I look bald because of the light shining right down on my head, but I do have hair. Yeah, thank you for noticing my hair. You get a point of inspiration.
The gods are smiling on your head.
And Pixelated Paranormal and Friends. So let's get that out there. So we're going to start out with Caradoc. How are you doing this week, buddy?
What's up, all you cool ghosts and goblins, you crocodoons and crocodingos, you skeletors and skelets, you witchers and witches and whatever else you want to be? My name's Caradoc.
Preston.
What's up? No, you know what? I'm doing good. I mean, apparently, I got the wrong fucking hat on. Like, I'm not allowed to wear this hat. Like, I think it's better than Corey's hat that Corey wears. But whatever. It's cool. Sean did an amazing job on the intro. I'm going to, he needs a point of inspiration for that. So, I'm glad I'm rubbing off on somebody.
Let's go with Joe.
Oh man, I had 2 jokes that I was going to use, and both of them were stolen.
Damn.
I was going to compliment your haircut and then try to do the intro, but lost both. So now I'm not flat-footed. So I guess you have disadvantage on attacks against me.
All right. Then we got Jordan.
Hey, everybody. I'm playing Sifandrius. I don't have a joke or an intro because I'm boring. And unlike Rob, I am bald too. That's all. Thanks.
And you have a hat on, though, now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And last but not least is Sean.
I'm so happy right now that other Sean nailed that intro. I don't think anybody told you could not wear that hat, Preston. I just asked, as you become more pious, does it get bigger?
I think it looks great, Preston.
And I also think it's unfair that you really just insulted Jordan's hat, because it's the same kind of hat Corey wears.
Jordan wears
Not quite. This one's actually a different style, but it's hard to see on camera. But I do wear that kind of hat too, and Preston is wrong. This is the better kind. I've been sitting on the intro for 3 sessions, but Rob always did Preston before me.
And I've been practicing in the mirror ever since.
There we go.
All right.
Oh, there we
When
go.
we last left, I don't have a special guest.
Good luck with your headphones on that one, Joe.
Yeah, it don't fit. Hold on, let me try again.
Oh, why are you popping up an ad here? Okay. Oh,
Beautiful.
hold on. What about masks? What about masks? I don't have a.
You have to keep it on the whole time, but yeah, that's acceptable.
Yeah, that's gonna really.
Just wear it as a hat. Put it under your chin, on top of your head. Problem solved.
Mine's not
There you
designed
go.
to be worn with
That works too.
headsets.
Mine also is not.
Anyway, I don't
looks
have
like
a special
fuzzy
guest
sombrero.
to read
I
anything.
like it.
No, it's like a Mongolian. What would you call that? From the mud floods, Preston.
Mm-hmm.
I think it looks like a grapefruit juicer.
What's nice about it is that it's Also reversible.
And it disappears apparently with it half invisible.
Yeah.
It's got a cloaking device. Oh, nice.
All right, when we last
I
left
hear
off,
Sister Grail doing the recap.
I don't have a sister Grail. Grail, is it Grail? Grail?
Graylee, I don't know.
Graylee. Okay. Hello, it's me, Sister Grail, and when we last left off, Caradoc and the crew had finally cleaned out Wave Echo Cave, and they had returned back to Phandalin. Oh my god. And they were going to be headed back to Neverwinter for a few weeks. And they were also going to be taking back the spider in his cage. And that's where we left off. And I wanted to go over a few things. I think we're going to change a couple of rules because the new edition's coming out, and these are going to be new rules that are going to be added to the game. So I figured we might go ahead and adopt them, even if we don't use all the new rules when they come out this year. But now potions are a bonus action. So we'll let bonus action potions happen, and also inspiration. That's no longer just a roll or a roll on a what was it inspiration? It was a roll
Advantage.
on a
But you have
Choose to re-roll, but you have to use it before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The rolls.
But now it's just going to be you can use it to re-roll anything, like an attack bonus or like an attack action. If you're like, oh man, I got an inspiration, but that attack missed. Well, you can, or that attack did 1 point of damage.
You can take it. You can re-roll after the roll, but it can be any dice roll.
Yes. So.
What about administering potions to other people, such if they're unconscious? Is that an action or a bonus action?
I would think that would be an actual action.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's just they're simple rules. That's not going to make or break the game. So, yeah.
Hey,
But,
before we go any farther, can we have a discussion about the other rules that we discovered the other night, Rob? How I can sneak attack whenever I want to, and I have been able to for the last, 2 months.
As long as it's 1v1.
But that's no. So it also says all the other sneak attack rules apply. So it's not just as long as it's 1v1. It could be us surrounding.
Yeah, it could be anything. Every time I'm like, hey, can I sneak attack? And everyone unanimously says, no! And I'm
So
like, I'm pretty sure I read the
you have to
rules.
use a little roguish inspiration on yourself next time and say, I will sneak attack instead of can I? And then we won't tell you no.
Yeah.
Look, one more time I'm lied to, I'm going to be...
I still think you should ask for clarification. Just
use your words.
Side. So,
if I have to ask and I'm told no when I know the answer is yes, I from henceforth will be the DM.
That's not going to happen.
I think you should get a double damage sneak attack if you ask and you're told no and they're wrong. I have another question, Rob.
Yes.
For inspiration. Say I roll to hit and you say that doesn't hit. Then I use my inspiration, or do I have to use the inspiration before I know if it hits or not?
We're going to go ahead and say you can. We're just going to... Inspiration's kind of... Nobody uses inspiration now. We all forget about it. So... let's make it actually count for something. For once,
we have inspiration. I didn't realize we had.
Yeah, everybody gets a point of inspiration every time you do something. Everybody's had a point of inspiration since the game started. I don't think very few people's ever used it.
I didn't know that we started.
And you can earn it back by saying something cool or doing something off the wall or just something that people are like, yeah, that's kind of neat. You can get a point of inspiration. So, but you can only have 1 point of inspiration at times.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
you shouldn't have said that because now Yip and I are going to be shooting bow and arrows through our legs. I'm going to be throwing daggers behind me, not even looking.
I was going to say we should have been using inspiration left and right. I feel like we do cool shit all the time. One more question.
Mm-hmm.
What if Vincent rolls a fireball and rolls all ones on his 8d6? Can he inspiration to reroll all those dice or only one?
We're going to hold off on that judgment because I don't know. That's
to be determined. Okay.
To be determined. Yeah, that's that. I might let him re-roll one die.
I mean, that scenario is very unlikely, but I just want to know the limitations.
Yeah. All right. Oh man. So I will warn you guys, like I'm running a lot of stuff here that I wrote myself. And I was telling Joe before we even got started, imposter syndrome kind of sits in a little bit, and I get a little nervous when it's scenarios that I've wrote. So
we are going to judge you really, really harshly. I just want you to know that.
Just bear with me if something is not interesting.
Bear with you?
Yes.
Man, we should have had him do the intro.
You're already off to a good start, buddy. I wasn't expecting a bear.
Yeah.
A bugbear, maybe.
Hey, no shit though. I live in Kentucky, and there's not a whole lot of bears in the area. There's not a whole. Well, I live actually in Indiana, but right across the river is Owensboro, a little town called Davis County, and we don't have bears around here. Well, apparently we do now because there's a bear that's been roaming southern Davis County and may have cubs, and it's been going into people's yard, and it's attacked one person's dog, and some other people have seen it. So yeah, we may be sitting here one night, and you may look behind me and see a bear walk up to the window. You know, you never know. Things are getting crazy around here.
Or Rob's your entire D&D group was in your neighborhood shirtless, traipsing around the woods, and you didn't know about it.
Yeah.
Tons of bears.
So, yeah. So, you guys are going to take a couple days here in Phandalin before you headed out to Gundren. Did you guys actually talk to Gundren? Did I say something about? Did we ever? Oh man.
I'm gonna say no, but I don't know.
Was going to perhaps. I don't know.
I went directly back to the manor.
That's right. You guys went back to the manor. That's right, and went to sleep.
I went to Sister Grail to.
Yeah,
right.
I knew you went to.
It was just me and Quazga that went back to the manor.
Grayley, Sister Grayley. Grayley? It's
I think
Grayley,
it's
right?
Grail.
Grail? Oh, man.
You said it wrong. It's going to be wrong the whole time. It's fine.
Yeah, Rael.
I asked Jordan a specific question today, and I made him pronounce the person's name so that I would know.
I would say Garael, but I don't know.
Grail. I think that's I thought there was an
Google
E. I thought it was
Translate.
G-A-R-E.
I would say Grail.
Google Translate says Gary LA.
I'm never pronouncing that.
I don't think
Sister
it's
G.
Hey, yo.
Hey, G, bring me that gold watch. A little chemistry humor there. Actually, I think that's silver, right? Silver is AG.
AU is gold.
Yeah, you use gold. Man, this is fantastic. It's almost 10 o'clock, and this is already unhinged.
Look, I can read the dictionary if you guys want me to, out loud.
I think silver's AG.
Start with A and read slow.
Okay.
We're gonna-
Hey.
So, God, what is
I love it. It's like when Preston and I say, "Oh shit, we're supposed to record tonight," and I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll write the show real quick." 30 minutes before we record.
Alright, what's up, all you cool ghosted guys?
It's too good.
AG is in fact silver.
Perfect. All right.
All right, glad we got that figured out. AU is gold. AG is
Oh, I
silver.
didn't realize we were looking for periodic table of elements. I wasn't really paying enough attention. Sorry, I could have helped with that. My bad.
It was very
Hey.
important to the plot of the campaign.
Used when referring to someone or something for the first time in a text or conversation, compared with the.
Anyway, so what is that? I don't know what I've lost. I've lost the plot. My brain is just like
I guess
going.
Caradoc will leave the Shrine of Luck and go find his party in the manor.
All right, everybody eventually returns back to the manor. The next morning.
Even me?
Who's you? I didn't hear who said that.
It wasn't anybody.
It's
important.
I,
So the
Vincent.
next morning,
Even you. You kind of went. Oh yeah, where were you going? Was you doing something?
it's just wandering around.
Oh, that's right. You were wandering around the town wall and talked to Carp.
Indeed.
Yeah. So They had told you where the town manor was. Up there.
Yeah,
on the
but
hill.
I don't know if I'm allowed in the manor.
I'm sure somebody told you were allowed, or you could stay.
I'll
We
knock
actually
on the door, and then
We're
I'll
still-
hold my little hands in my wizard cloak and be like, "Boy, it sure looks warm in there."
Okay, so let's role play this. Vincent knocks on the door. Go ahead and knock on the door, Vincent.
I didn't come through on the mic.
Okay, Joe gets 1 point of inspiration. All right. And so I answer. I pull the little. I slide the little. Little block across that Croup installed for us. It's a little bit low, so I had to kind of crouch down. And I say, "What's the password?"
Second chances.
Okay, I need you to roll a sight for me.
Insight.
Yeah.
Like that we're just letting Sean take this over. He's
No,
just-
I mean he's doing
Yeah,
a
we'll
better
take
job
it.
than me so far today.
We'll
It's
take
true.
it.
It's true.
We'll take it.
Oh,
It's
18.
actually the password was clam chowder, but you can go ahead and come on in.
Oh, thank you. Try to take up as little space as possible.
Well, easier said than done. And then I kind of look over at everybody. I say, "Hey, look who came knocking at the door, boys."
Welcome. Make yourself as comfortable as you can in this place.
Hey, Croup, did you know this guy had a lizard?
Wow, I like lizards. They taste really good when you put them over the fire and you fry them up.
Did you hear that, Vincent?
It's a shame what happened to
Indeed.
poor Mr. Gizzard.
Oh no, we didn't eat him.
Yeah, he just doesn't exist on this map.
He's hiding now. Which character is he hiding underneath? Okay, there we go.
My
So
hat.
Vincent's welcome for now.
Hold on, I'll put Mr. Gizzard. Oh man, what is going on? Okay. Look at that. He's there.
Oh my gourd. Yeah, he's inside my hat. Like we got a Ratatouille situation going on. Pulling my hair.
I wish that was the big reveal so much.
Sloop says, "Glad to meet you, Mr. Wizard. Let me show you to the latrine."
Ah, just what I needed.
He'll insist he wants to stand there the whole time. You can tell him to leave if you want, just so you know, Vincent.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure I just want to make sure I get the poop moved out as soon as possible. He says, I had something and I lost it. Man, what is wrong with me today? This is crazy.
I think you should take off your hat. There we go. +1 intelligence.
All right.
I love that I was on time for the most part tonight.
Yeah, it was me that wasn't prepared. Look at that.
We're still waiting on Rob to get here.
Yeah, on time and on point. 1 point of inspiration for you.
I know.
You all already have a point of inspiration. You can't just give out more inspiration, and you're not allowed to give any inspiration
So
now.
Andrew
That's a really good point, Rob. 1 point of inspiration for you, man.
I'm going to use it to kill one of y'all.
Well, do it.
Right.
Not it.
At least you'll be doing something then. Come on.
Oh, no. All right.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
No.
Not with the
I got
roof
shield.
that Croup built, man.
I really think we should go
Alright.
back
Fell
and
on
fuck
us.
with that green dragon.
Made the roof out of rocks.
No.
I mean,
So-
we can do that. Rob, if you're not ready yet, we can just go try and fight the dragon and die like you wanted us to.
No.
We gotta go to town. Spend all our money.
So the next morning, Gundren comes to the manor.
Keep
Yep.
going. Keep rolling with it. Keep rolling.
And he says, "Boys, listen, we need to go clear out the house in Neverwinter. It's gonna be I know you guys are headed back to take that awful piece of crap, the spider there, but I wanted you guys to tie up some loose ends for me there in town, and to clear out the house, hire some movers, stay there a couple weeks to just make sure everything's on the up and up, and I have a feeling that once you get back after that, things will be running pretty smoothly in the spell forge."
Well, all right.
In the spell forge.
Nothing. That was yip.
So, and of course, I will pay you guys 200 gold pieces each for that.
300.
Fine, 300.
Perfect.
Damn.
That was easy.
That just netted us like an extra 1,000 gold.
You're
Not quite, but
welcome.
like 500.
So he's like, "Thank you. I really appreciate that you guys are on board with that. Means less work for me to have to go back and do. Nundro would probably go with you, but he's been suffering a little depression since he's been kept under lock and key and captured, and our brother also having passed away." And Savandrius, Elsa the barmaid has been asking about you at the bar.
That checks out.
Yeah,
What would you like to know?
She didn't tell me. She just said when you got a chance before you left to stop by Stonehill Inn.
Oof. All right. Will do. Do you have more for us?
Nope, I think that was it.
All right. I suppose I'll go to Stonehill Inn and see what she wants before we take off.
The old bard in and out.
Damn, he moved across that map real fast.
We're busy. We got stuff to do.
You're kind of there early for the inn. Elsa's been kind of cleaning things up around the inn, and she sees you walk in. And she's a short, she's a dwarf, normal, sized dwarven woman, brown skin, and she's like, "Savandrius, it's good to see you again. It's
You as well.
It's I miss hearing your music here at Stonehill. Not that you've played here very often, but I think you've played here a few times. And I have a request for you. I know that you're headed back to Neverwinter. That's what the scuttlebutt around town is about. And my sister is currently at Neverwinter. She's been studying, she's a historian, and she's been studying the Phandalin area. And I was hoping that when you guys did return here, you would bring her back with you.
I don't see a problem with that so far. I can't guarantee anything, but we will do our best. What'd you say her name was?
Her name is Gwen Orsong. She's my dear sister, younger, very smart woman. And you will probably find her at one of the libraries in Neverwinter, the main library there, which I don't know what it is right offhand.
It's called Books with a Z.
Well, we'll be more than happy to look for her. I'll check in myself, and if we're able, we'll certainly escort her back here. I'm not sure when we'll be coming back this way, but if at all possible, be happy to.
Gundren had talked to me and said that you guys were going to be heading out to take that prisoner. I would be so glad to see him out of town. I'm glad you guys apprehended him. he's caused a lot of trouble here. And
Well, hopefully we'll soon have him in a place where he can't cause any more. Has he caused any trouble since we brought him in?
no, Osmond's done pretty good at keeping him restrained. And even better, oh, by the way, guys, I realized when I was reading through the adventure again, Anders, I said, was a human. He's actually a halfling as well. So,
Brother.
so
Or son.
Anders has almost become like Osmond's deputy. So he's also kept that. There's just been a massive change in him from running a store, and now suddenly he's a deputy, and he's learned some great fighting techniques from Osmond. But yeah, they've kept him in line pretty well. He tries to be talkative, but they kind of just let him be in the cell. No one's came to try to investigate him. I think he's a little bummed about that. I think he's been expecting someone to try to rescue him. But,
Aww.
and she says, yeah, he's a real piece of crap, and she spits on the floor and then mops it up.
You won't see any disagreement from us. No, he wasn't very good at his job either, if I'm being honest.
Well,
Didn't put up much of a resistance.
the thing is about people like him, they're bullies, and if they find a town that doesn't have powerful leadership, because all you know is you got Harbin Westner here, and he's a nice old man, but that old coot doesn't know what he's doing to running a town. Granted, he's not really a mayor, so we've had to deal with ruffians, and you guys took care of that, and thankfully you guys are around because you've taken care of this town's problems, and I'm hoping that you guys do return as post haste and decide to stick around for a while. But have you heard anything about a few people talking about the goblins?
What about the goblins?
Not the ones that live at your house. There's been some goblins causing mischief. They don't look like your normal goblins. They have these elongated skulls, and they make gibbering noises. And some people have seen them up on roofs, dancing and throwing rocks. And then when they try to get up there to get them, they take off and run off into the hills. So they haven't really done anything but watch and do mischievous things. The little gremlins that they are.
No harm caused? No structural damage generally, or are they?
No, there's been no structural damage. Like I said, they seem to. You might see them like out of the hanging around in a tree, and almost as soon as they're spotted, they leave. Except when it seems occasionally they just get into these rambunctious moods of causing mischief.
Well, I believe that our good friend Osmond will be staying behind again when we make our way to Neverwinter.
Well, that is
if
good
they
to
cause
know.
too many problems, please reach out to him, and he can either get a message to us or may be able to handle the problem on his own.
Right. That's a good idea. And she walks over and she kisses you on your hand because she can't reach your cheek. And I look forward to your return, Savandris. And she winks and she goes back to doing her job.
Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you when we do. I go back to the manor.
All right. Is anybody else doing anything?
Nope.
I was just explaining to Vincent how, theoretically there is enough room under the manor to get a snake that's the size of 7 full-grown men comfortably housed. Yeah, just in case, he had any ideas.
I'll be telling Quazka about how I used to own a snake, but he was only about this big. He was a little baby.
Oh, How big you think he gets, full grown?
Don't know. Found him.
Ah, okay. Thank you to remember your face. Just asking for a friend.
You mean that snake that was in the same water where Vincent's corpse was?
That's the
No, he
one.
probably
Welcome back.
recognized him.
Okay. Well, you guys want to go on an adventure?
What do you have in mind?
Going to
Charming.
catch a snake that's the size of 7 full-grown men?
I
What
mean-
a coincidence, Rob says. That's in the story.
No, it's not.
I was going to derail the whole thing and be like, yeah, Yip and I went to go
Also-
catch a snake.
Also, which one of you motherfuckers wrote "Welcome to the Mantor of Second Chances"?
I don't know who would have done that.
Could have been anybody.
You,
Whoever that is,
I don't know how.
slap them on their wrist. That's unacceptable behavior.
That's just bullying at this point.
I was very heavily invested in roleplay and could not possibly have done that. So you know it had to have been someone else. I'm thinking Joe, if I had to guess.
I don't even know how to draw.
Oof. Let's not be Joe then. All right. So are we off to fight a dragon, secure a serpent, or go to Neverwinter with
Dude, I really want to
I
go
have a
take
feeling
on
I know
that
what
dragon.
Caradoc's going to say.
Neverwinter.
Dragon.
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 Neverwinter.
Do I know anything about a dragon? Or is this a new...
So, Joe, have you ever ran the start of your adventure just right off the top of your head? Did you ever run it?
Once.
So,
Really new.
they were going to go back and fight Venom Wing. They wanted to go back to Thunder Tree and fight that dragon because they didn't fight it the first time, but they promised at some point they would come back and run off that dragon
I think
for...
he's asking if Vincent has heard about a dragon.
Oh! No, you have not heard about the dragon.
Okay.
This is a very young dragon. So,
I explained to Vincent about the dragon.
A dragon, you say?
And if we
What
go,
color was it?
it was green.
Ah,
I believe the cultist called him Venom Fang or something like that.
yes, that was his name.
well, leave it to dragons to be uninventive in their naming schemes.
Yes. Quite immature and churlish. If we go to Neverwinter, we spend our 1,000 million gold, get some sick magic items, kill a dragon. Win, 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 win.
I mean, if a dragon is sleeping, if we leave it untouched, eventually it will get hungry, and if it's this close to the town,
It's closer to Neverwinter than Thunder Tree. Or
oh well. Fair enough. Although I don't think a dragon will necessarily attack a major city such as Neverwinter.
So, in all your centuries, both conscious and have you ever heard tell of a merry band of misfits by chance befriending a dragon?
I'm not that old, but
Well, I guess it would depend on the color of the dragon. See, there are different varieties.
See, there you go again, Vincent. Hold on a second. We invite you into our manner of second chances
Hold on.
under the pretense that you had kind of shaken off your old ways, and then here you go again, just dropping the C word. It's always about color with you. One point of inspiration for Vincent for saying,
I should have never told you guys about inspiration.
Stunned silence.
hey, we need to have a party meeting. This guy's a bit of a problem.
Ooh, Quasgar or Vincent?
Yes.
Yes. Thin ice. That's all I'm saying. Thin ice.
Now
I give
Joe's
Mr.
not going to
Gizzard
talk
a point
again.
of inspiration.
I suppose you could say that historically, if you track the lineages, many of the chromatically oriented dragons, your reds, blues, greens, whites, blacks.
Oh, yeah. You meant color with a U, COLU, COLO.
Nailed it.
Yeah, keep
Nailed
going.
it.
Yeah.
Nailed
Yeah.
it.
So, Andrews, how do you spell
Yeah.
color? How do you spell color?
I'm
Sean,
liking
taking
the way
your
you're
point of
spelling it.
inspiration
Keep
away.
going.
It's fine. Take one for intelligence, too. COLOUR.
Nice. I knew
Yeah.
you'd get there.
Man, that joke was a horse. I just beat it to death.
Savandria, stop casting vicious mockery on Sean.
I'm doing
That's
it on
the
myself.
world, man. It's not
doing
me.
it
That's
on
the world
myself.
casting it.
All right. Anyway, green dragons. You were saying?
Well, they tend to be more carnivorous, and they don't tend to work well with others. They
Oh,
tend
fair.
to be,
Okay.
I mean, of course, it's its own being, and of course, I don't want to say anything untoward.
Hold on, what's man yip yip screaming?
He says, "Gotta grab a drink." BRB.
Oh. Yeah, I might have
You left
accidentally
a
had
note.
caps locks on, but it's all good. It's all good.
Caps, locks, and echoes. The story of Preston.
Yep. Yeah. When did you get a bigger hat?
What are you talking about? Same hat, Sean.
Always
Maybe if
been
you learn how to
outside.
spell color, you could actually see. You know.
Maybe if you could actually see color, then
Nailed it. Man, you're
Yeah.
really.
Rob, I need that point of intelligence back that you took from me.
Mm.
Intelligence is not a dumb stat, Sean. No matter what you think.
Welcome back to Pixelated Plays D&D. This one doesn't count.
Today we're learning numbers.
All the things.
It's going to lead us in counting to 3.
So, Vincent, then, do you feel like if we were to approach said dragon, and in this merry band of misfits, we also happen to have a serpent that was 500 years old, the size of 7 full-grown men, would that aid our chances of befriending said dragon?
We're not gonna befriend this dragon.
I think, depending on the dragon, I think the most likely scenario is that we will be seen as meals.
But if he saw the snake the size of 7 full-grown men first, would he be more inclined to eat that and then listen to us with his ears and not his stomach?
Dragons can eat quite a lot.
Okay, fair. All right, well, what's plan B, boys?
Kill the dragon.
Go to Neverwinter.
I'm up for whatever.
All right, so vote.
You're cool.
Who wants to go
Oh,
to Neverwinter?
fine. Let's just go to Neverwinter and get a couple more levels, and then we'll go kill the dragon.
What are levels? And you
Yeah,
marvel
we'll go to,
in there.
we'll go to yeah, we'll go to Neverwinter, get some more levels, and then regroup on befriending this dragon.
Well, there we go.
Group
Neverwinter
says,
it is.
"Oh, fair Quasga, who pays us in money and we help repair his house. Are we going to Neverwinter with you, or are we staying here?"
No, Troop.
Someone's gotta
Oh,
watch
buddy.
that.
Oh, pal, I'm going to pay you more money, and you're just going to stay here. Also, I love how you said he pays us in money. The value means nothing to him. He appreciates having a sack full of coins.
No, it's because the bugbears used to pay us in beatings, and we didn't like that so much.
There, right. Well, in that case, Pole Pal, I'm going to take what I was paying you previously, cut it in half, and then double it. Consider yourself promoted.
He starts trying to count it, and he's like, "Okay."
1, 2.
So I get half a gold,
Mhm.
and then I double it to 1
Uh-huh.
gold. So I get
Uh-huh.
1.5 golds.
Something very close to that. Yep,
Nice.
keep up the good work.
The capacity to calculate halves.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
I bet he can spell color.
Droop is educated.
Yes.
That's my
yes,
name.
he is.
Droop the educated. I can count to 2, Vincent.
And all the numbers in between.
Used to be
Yeah.
4.
Droop, why don't you go ahead and show Vincent how you count to 2?
1,
I want to sit down for this.
Yes.
2.
My hat
Was
falls
I
off.
right? Or
Oh.
was I right?
3.
Oh, somebody
All right,
give him
I
a coin
reach
for
in my
his
coin
Four.
purse.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I reach into my coin purse and toss him another gold coin.
Same. Crew, I'm going to make you a deal. Whatever Quazga's paying you, I'll give you a raise to as high as you can count, up to 10. So if you learn to count to 10, you'll make 10 gold pieces.
He immediately starts going over to a wall. He goes 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll have to get back to you on that one.
That's all right.
You're doing great.
All right. So, what time are you guys planning to head out of town?
What time is it?
Do one rest and then
Well, it's the next morning since you guys got back.
perfect timing.
Perfect. Yeah, let's just fucking leave now.
You knew it was going to be a little later. Well, you guys needed to make sure the cage was attached to the cart, or made sure that it's probably going to take you a few hours in the morning to get the cart kind of prepared, because you were going to put a cage on it for. I imagine you guys. I guess I don't know. How are you guys doing the transportation?
I thought we would just tie him up,
Yeah,
gag
well,
him, and then occasionally beat the crap out of him if he made too much noise and teach him a lesson or two. But I mean, I guess if we have to be all
And Yip Yip knows how to say that.
yeah,
I feel like
civilized.
it's a good
I
idea.
wrote all this out.
Put a
I wrote
cage
all
in the
this
back of a
out.
cart.
Yeah, I was going to say, Yip Yip knows how to say all this because that's what I said outside.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm
Yep.
thinking.
Yep.
We don't
What
have
did
to
you say,
break.
Caradoc?
We don't have to break fingers.
Yeah, I think we were getting a cage from the Townmaster's Hall and putting it in the back of a cart from Barthen's Wizardry.
Yeah, that's what I think. In fact, they probably started working on that once you guys got back to town, or Sister Grayley. Grayley.
And is it worth our time soaking the bars in flammable oil of said cage?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to roll a sleight of hand real quick here.
Just for fun. No reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I guess.
Does a 15 soak them bars?
No.
Fair.
I don't know. Does anybody have a pass or perception of more than 15 or 15 or more? Oh, Vincent. No, that's investigation. Yip Yip. Yip Yip
I
sees
do.
you doing it.
I would see him do it, but I also wouldn't say anything because, I don't like the guy. So, I mean, if those
Hold on a
dum-dums can't
second
figure it out,
here.
it's on them.
Let me. Okay, so I'm pouring the oil all over these bars, and Yip Yip comes out and sees me. And does a 14 and a wink persuade you?
You don't
I
even
think he
have
said he was
to.
persuaded without.
Yeah.
Oh, fair. All right, cool.
So I
Fair.
I
I
just
just wanted to roll dice, man.
and turn around and walk the other way. Like, nope, not my problem. Good luck with that, buddy.
Yip Yip wrote me a note. It says, "I think I left the stove on," and he just whistles and walks away. I'm like, "What the fuck's a stove?" Cool. All right. Well.
20 minutes later, I'll stumble by the cart, and my feet will be sore from walking because I'm old. And I'll lean up against the cart, and I'll start bringing out a match to start lighting my wizard pipe.
It's like a cartoon. Explodes. And you're just eyeballs sitting there blinking.
The next morning, I thought we had a cart and a wizard somewhere around here.
Just a crater in the middle of town.
And a really sad lizard-looking morning fall off into the distance.
Oh no, that lizard's gone. As soon as the wizard's dead, that lizard disappears.
Oh shit! Well,
All right. We have caused as much carnage here as possible. You guys get the cart loaded up. You throw one spider in the cage. Sister Grayley is coming with you, so she jumps up in the cart. And who's all riding the cart? Who's walking with it? Because it can probably only hold, with the cage, probably takes up room for 2 people, so it can probably only hold 4 people and a driver, and maybe
What?
2 drivers.
Since I'm the only one other than Sean that knows that it's covered in oil, I'm not fucking riding on it. I'm gonna be walking behind it.
Yeah, yip. Yeah, Yip and myself will walk behind it.
Oh, thank you for offering me a seat.
Please.
Does Vincent know Tensor's floating disc? Because we could haul all of us behind the cart, too.
Let me check my spell book.
Caradoc
Not yet.
summons a mystical celestial horse. And
Oh.
I'm gonna ride that.
You got your find mount or whatever, don't
Summon
you?
steed.
I cast Find Steed,
Find steed.
and I have my own red.
Hey,
I'll
what's
walk.
this name's horse?
This name's horse. Oh, she hasn't earned a name yet.
Oh.
Is the path to Neverwinter pretty well, like, trodden, marked path?
Yeah, it's a trodden marked
Okay.
path.
Didn't
Yeah.
we travel it last time?
Yeah, you guys traveled back to Neverwinter, or from Neverwinter originally through the same pathway.
The high road.
Yeah.
Caradoc,
Hi.
is your horse the size of a normal horse, or is it Caradoc sized?
I mean, it's like a war pony.
Pretty cool. Okay.
All right.
Could maybe you ride around on Mr. Gizzard, and somebody else can ride the horse, Caradoc? What do you say?
No.
Ah, fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna go pee
I'm gonna
and
go
get
watch.
this raid working real fast. No, you can't.
Perfect
watch.
timing. I'm gonna
Alright,
go
we got-
pee with Rob.
Vincent
Yeah.
and sister.
It's like
In the
Ghostbusters,
cart.
don't cross the streams.
I guess. Who else is in the cart? Give it 2 more.
I'm gonna locate some AI art for Joe to see.
Orc.
It's fun to look back through this stuff. Here, Joe. You should check out the AI artwork real quick. There's our little buddy learning to count.
I love him. He's giving Jim Henson.
A little bit. Conversely, we've also got this little guy who's got a bit more existential dread than the first one. Have you ever messed around with Bing Image Generator? You probably have, I imagine, but
Yeah, just a little bit. I like that he got a 4 in there.
right.
He's so wrinkly.
Oh, that's not the one I meant to paste.
Oh man.
Okay.
And welcome back.
Hey, thanks for having us.
All right, everybody's back. Yes.
Everybody's back.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot about those.
Forgot about what?
Great. I'm just moving some of the old AI artwork from
Oh,
Pixelated Plays
Krupp used to
to.
love me.
I don't know where Krupp started getting the idea that Quazga was the only one that was nice to him.
he never said that, but Quazga's just been giving me money here recently.
I mean, since we hired him, since we, what do we call that? Gave him a second chance.
That's what we called it. Okay. Man. All right, so you guys have headed out on the road, and yep. As you kind of leave Fainland, and you kind of leave Gundren behind, you start doing a little reminiscing.
Ooh, yeah.
As you you're remembering back to a time back when you were a teenager and you're living with Gundren, Nundro, Tharden, and their dad, Thar Gundro. And Tharden, the one that is deceased now, had been taking you out and training you how to hunt in the Underdark, because you guys had been doing some mining down there. You guys had found a good mining spot. And he's like looking around. He's like points and give me a perception check, Preston. Oh wow. He's like, he points out these mushrooms that are kind of on the ground, and he says, "Boy, let me tell you this. Yip. You see those little mushrooms over there? Those are shriekers."
Shriekers.
He's like, "Shriekers, yeah." So I want you to take one of your arrows, and I want you to shoot that thing from here.
Oh, hold on.
All right. We're going to take a 1 off of that because you didn't have a magical bow at the time. So you line up your arrow, you let it go, and it hits this mushroom, and immediately this ear-piercing shrieking sound escapes from this mushroom. It sounds horrible. It sounds like one of the worst sounds, and it's so loud that it just echoes everywhere in the Underdark. Tharden immediately just like clogs up his ears. How do you react to this loud sound? Yip.
Oh, I mimicked the shit out of that because it's, you know, I'm like, this could be useful. So it's like, I'm like, oh, yeah, dude,
Right.
got it nailed. Perfect.
And
It's a
so
mind
after
death whistle,
about
baby.
about 30 so after about 30 seconds it stops, and he said, you got to be careful if you're out here trying to sneak up in anything and run into one of those, because you just barely tap one of those. It happens like that, boy. But I just wanted to, let you do a little target practice out here. And as you guys are out there doing a little target practice, and Nundro kind of walks up. He's like, "Have you seen Dad?" And Tharden's like, "No, I haven't seen him out here. Have you seen him, Yip?"
I'd shake my head no.
He's been gone all morning. He said he would be right back, and I haven't seen him since. I don't know where he went. He'll probably show back up, Tharden says. And, Yip, why don't you do a little bit more shooting out here, and I'm going to go back to camp. It's just around the bend over there. Don't try to stray too far. And the two of them walk off. So, Yip, what are you doing?
Oh, fuck, I'm going to explore this cave, I'm going to find my footing a little bit. What the fuck else is in this cave? That's what I'm doing.
All right, give me a nature Or give me a survival check. All right, it's a pretty good survival check. So you're kind of like, you're looking around and you're seeing like, it's kind of hard sometimes to find food down in here in the Underdark. Finding food and water can be hard if you don't have the right supplies for you would get lost. But you just being down here, you've learned quite a bit about the Underdark down here, and you found several of these large tubular plants that when you slice them open, they're just full of the best water. And you find some roots and stuff that you can eat and some edible mushrooms. Now, there's quite a few edible mushrooms in the area that you guys are staying at. You're not too deep into the Underdark, but you're just deep enough where, you have seen Drow Patrols. That band Drow Patrol. Drow Patrol. And, you see the Drow kind of patrol this area. But you find some dwarven footprints.
Well, I'm gonna follow.
And they kind of go off, the beaten path there a little bit. At first, you think about, you're basically your adopted grandfather. But give me another survival check. Actually, no, don't worry about it. You got a 20. We're just gonna let you keep that.
Oh, thank God, because the next one was a 14.
A 14 would have been good anyway. 14 would have been good anyway. You do notice that these footprints aren't adult-sized. They seem to be child-sized.
Oh.
And as you move further a little bit, you start to see signs of spider webs.
Uh-oh.
And you kind of push your way through, avoid that's one of the first things you learn down here in the Underdark when there's giant spiders is to avoid tripping over their webs because that can alert them. But you were able with your 20 to kind of dodge and roll through all these spider webs, and you find yourself in an area where there's just a lot of things covered by spider webs, and you hear what seems to be someone screaming like a child.
Well, I'm gonna fucking go in and save the day is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna head toward that screaming child.
All right. So you come into this little area with all these spider webs, and you see what looks to be a little dwarven boy, and he's gotten himself stuck to a web, and he even when the little bit of light here, okay, I got disconnected from the game, and now I'm back. You get closer and you look at him and you realize that this isn't like a normal dwarf. This looks like to be the child of a gray dwarven child. Give me a history roll, and give it to me with advantage because you have been enveloped into the life of dwarves since you've been little.
What do I do for the advantage?
Just roll it again.
Just
roll the same die again and take the highest.
20. What am I going to get? Yeah, 20
Yeah,
it is.
you rolled a 20. All right, so these as Durgars. They're gray dwarves. And they have a negative connotation in the Underdark. They are known to be, they like to capture other races and use them as slave labor. They also have found a lot of magical artifacts and stuff over the years, and so they've also been known to be able to enlarge themselves to become giant sized, or not giant sized, but become larger dwarves with their magical abilities. And they're known to be very dangerous. However, this is a child.
I mean, I guess I'll go save this little dickhead kid. I'm gonna feel bad if he gets eaten by a spider, so whatever. I mean, in the future, I deal with a racist wizard. Might as well, learn how to deal with a racist dwarf now.
All right.
So do I notice I notice like a lot of like spider webs or anything on the ground currently around the surrounding of where this little bastard dwarf kid is? Can I just go chop him down real quick?
Are you like? Oh, you're just like looking like he's still he's on the ground. He got stuck into a web on the ground. He hasn't been like. It's almost like he just walked in the web and got himself stuck. But you do look around and you see a couple of what looks to be bodies maybe entwined in the webbing.
Are they my grandfather?
You wouldn't know. They're all covered in webbing. They're just like completely encased. But knowing what you know about spiders and giant spiders in nature, you're probably guessing that these have been here a while.
All right, well, I'm going to try to cut this kid out of the web, calm him down so, we don't get a group of giant spiders on our asses.
Okay. He sees you coming. He starts being quiet, and, you're able to free him, and he takes off running.
Little dick. I don't even get a thank you or nothing.
And he kind of stops when he gets away from the webs a little bit, and he just watches you.
Well, so I'm gonna like write out like on a piece of paper, my trusty notebook, like, what are you doing down here, little kid? And then I'm gonna wad it up in a ball and I'm gonna throw it at him.
He picks up the paper and he looks at it, and he looks at you quizzically, and then he's just like, he looks at the paper again, and he says something to you, but you don't understand what he's saying.
Oh. So he doesn't speak normal dwarf language.
Correct.
Oh. So I mimic back what the little kid said, and then kind of tap toward my little bird ears, and then go like, shake my head like, dude, I don't understand what you just said.
And he kind of motions for you to follow him.
Ugh. All right. I follow him.
All right. You follow him for about 20 minutes. Are you still following him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got to make sure he gets back home.
So,
okay, it's probably gonna get myself killed, but whatever. That's what heroes do.
So you get a little further down, and you see him suddenly perk up, and he runs off very quickly. And you kind of notice the smell of like food being cooked.
Oh, yeah.
And you kind of see some smoke in the caves. And how are you approaching, Preston?
Hopefully this kid's gonna tell the other dwarves that I saved his little life, so they don't try to like enslave me or whatever. But I'm gonna have my bow out at the ready just in case these motherfuckers want to dance, and I'm gonna slowly make my way into the camp.
Okay, so the little boy runs into the camp, and you're following in after him.
At a distance. I'm like not right up
Okay.
on him, but I'm back there.
Are you stealthing?
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll stealth. I got a +7 on that. 22, baby.
Okay. All right, so you're stealthing in there, and you see the little boy come running in, and he runs up to looks to be a well armored dwarf, gray dwarf, and
Leather
there's
armor,
lots of
metal armor.
like leather armor, but like leather armor, but with like instead of having like plates and stuff in it, you can tell it's stone.
Okay.
Like wearing like a stone type of armor. And you see the little boy point back, and you see the adult pick up his hammer and start walking towards where you are. And just kind of off in the distance, you see a cage, and you see Thargundro in this cage.
Oh. Shit. But the big dwarf guy doesn't see me yet, though, right? Because I'm stealthy. He doesn't know where I'm at.
Right. Right.
Do I see any
You've
other
kind of
like?
blended in with the surroundings.
Do I see any other like adults? Like how many of these fuckers are there?
Oh yeah, you can count just like right offhand. This is a big camp of maybe about 30 gray dwarves.
Fuck. All right. Man, somebody got a little in over their head. I feel like. Whoops. I am just going to try to back the fuck out quietly so I can go get my adopted dwarf brothers and father, and we can come back and kick all these little guys' ass, because I can't do this on my own. So do I need to do another self check to back myself the fuck out of here?
Oh, you can back yourself out.
Okay, yeah.
Pretty
I'm gonna
easily.
go. I'm gonna get Gundren and all those other guys that you named off. That fuck, I can't remember their names.
Okay. All right. And so you've been kind of reminiscing about that as you do your little journey, little walkabout. Yeah. So you guys are still heading along the trail of Neverwinter, and so it's about I think I calculated it as about by cart, it's probably about a 7-day journey. And so
I
like
can fire that out if you want.
yeah, count that up because I can't remember if it's 5 or 7.
But
yeah.
Okay.
So night is falling. It's twilight time. And you guys have stopped for the night. The spider has been he's been kind of antsy in this cage.
You better be gagged.
Yeah, he's gagged.
Does he smell the oil? Is that why he's antsy?
He just seems antsy, like he's stuck in a cage. He can't really stand up. He can't move. He can't talk. The only time he has been able to talk is when you guys have let him drink and fed him something, because I'm sure you're not going to let him starve. And usually he'll drink a few drops of water, and he'll try to throw insults at Quasga, and then immediately he gets his mouth shut again. So we need to set up. Sister Grayley says we probably need to set up some guards overnight for sure. Who wants to take first watch?
I'm going to take first watch, but first I'm going to write out something to Quasga and hand it over to him, and then go, shh.
Go what?
I said I'm going to take first watch, but I'm going to write out a little note real quick, hand it to you, and go, shh.
Okay, but what's the note say?
Oh, no, nobody. Yeah, you can't. No, that's secret. That's between me and Quasar.
Yeah. It's a secret note.
Okay.
Do we see?
All right, and I give you a subtle nod.
And then I take up watch.
Rob, have we seen any of this happen?
Give me a perception check. And everybody give me perception checks, and then I need stealth checks from Yip Yip and Savandrius, or Yip Yip and Sean.
Hey, it's the same as my passive perception.
Ooh.
Calculating 3 days and 3 hours of travel.
Oh, okay.
It's 75 miles away, and there's a giant highway, which I didn't account for.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's between an 18 and a 24. These guys didn't see shit. Go back to your business. Let me take.
Man, we ain't found shit.
Perception.
Yeah, they passed this note without much.
Oh. Caradoc's got some high perception on Glasgow's roll, at least.
Yeah, but not on mine. I was stealthy.
You might have at least saw the subtle nod back to
you seen Yip Yip, you seen Sean give Yip, or Quasga give Yip Yip a subtle nod, but you have no idea what transpired before that.
And to clarify, that nod's not a downward nod; it's an upward nod, just an acknowledgement.
Like, what up? What up, G?
I mean, I'll keep a mental note, but I don't say nothing.
Yeah. All right, so
wait, do I see that Caradoc saw me nod?
I would say yeah. I'm gonna say no.
Nope. I concur, Doctor. I concur. I was gonna roll an intimidation. I'm just kidding. I don't care.
All right, so you guys have quite a few people here. Are you setting up just one guard or 2 guards a night, or you usually have 3 shifts?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would take up third watch.
Does anybody want to take up third watch with Sean?
I can.
Okay. Second watch.
Sure, I'll take the hard watch.
So Caradoc, you said you were taking the first watch.
I'll do first or last, whichever one. Because I have to worry about armor.
Gotcha.
How many watches are there? How many shifts? If we're talking about an overnight shift,
There's
it's what, 8
8
hours?
2 hours each.
Yeah, they're like about
it'd be last because I took first.
8 hours.
So.
Would be,
Right,
I would say there'd be about 3 watches a night. Like maybe 3 hours shifts each, or 2.5 hours, something like that.
In order to get a long rest, you need to sleep for 6 hours, so you have 2 hours of wiggle room.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already got our long rest earlier, right?
Well, this is the next night.
Be over the night, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just saying we haven't used anything as far as like needing to, just in case there was a battle. We should all be charged up. Cool. Well,
yes.
All right. So, Savandrius, Sister Graylee said she'll take the same watch with you.
Sure.
So, first watch is, you say Caradoc and Yip Yip, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or am I doing last?
Quasga was doing last. I thought Joe was.
Quasga was doing third. Or is there only 3? I don't know.
I don't know. I was.
Well, if there's 5 of us,
if there's 4 people, if there's 4 watches, then there's only going to be 1 person per watch then.
Yeah. I mean, Sister can also do one. She wishes.
Yeah, But I'm saying though,
Or-
that would
sure.
make there's already 5 of you, so it makes 6. So
I'll take
that's-
second and fourth. Let's shift this around a bit because I'm not. I mean, to be honest, I'm not going
you
to
still gotta
really
get 6 hours of sleep, and you wouldn't get that with 2 watches.
I'll take third.
So let's back to top. Who's got first watch?
All right. Preston's got first. Sean's got fourth. Sean's got third. I've got second. Ready, break.
But who's on third?
My horse
No,
will be on
Vincent's on
every
third.
single watch.
This horse is going to be worthless by the end of the night.
Because it's a celestial. It just kind of watches.
Me too. I'm a celestial too. All right.
All right.
I didn't believe you, but that eyebrow wiggle convinced me, Sean.
All right. So your third watch, Sean, correct?
Mhm.
All right. So yip.
Fourth watch shot.
During your first watch, you're sitting there, and you kind of hear something kind of large moving along the tree line. In fact, you swear you've seen like a couple of couple branches on a tree start to kind of sway at the top.
I mean, I do have dark vision, so what can I see with my dark vision?
That's just it. You don't see anything. You just see the tree branches moving.
I don't like the way this sounds. Is there any type of like perception check that I can do to gain any more insight?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Oof.
No, you're just kind of like, it's almost like it's something just kind of right out of your range, even with your special Gloomstalker ability that lets you kind of see. That's what you have, right? You have like an ability that lets you see further.
No, Kinku's just
dark.
just have dark vision, and then my Gloomstalker.
Yeah, but I think there's something with the Gloomstalker. Yeah, gives you something like an extra 30 feet.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you kind of, something just seems to be right outside the line and a few trees kind of out there. You almost hear like something heavy thwack a tree, and then it's silent again.
Do I notice anybody in the party not asleep yet? That I can get their attention?
No, everybody's out.
Fuck them. Let them sleep.
Everybody's out, but yeah. So rest of your time there is fine, and you did you say Savandrius is 2?
Yeah, I pass a note
yes.
along to Saphandrius and let him know that something big's out there. Don't know what it was. Couldn't see it. Good luck with that.
Should we go check it out before you go off to sleep? Or wake others up if there's something out there? How confident are you, Yip Yip?
I think you and
Something's
me
out
can.
there.
I think Voice Angel, you and I can take it. Let's go.
I can't see in the dark like you can, just so you know.
Oh, I got your back, dog.
All right. Well, I suppose I light up my lantern and I
Okay.
go to take a look. Yip, yip, you should stay here where you can cover me with your bow and wake others up if we need them.
Gotcha.
All right, so you kind of like get to the tree line where where your vision originally kind of cut off, Yip, and so you kind of just go a little further, and you kind of see that there's a crest of a hill that you kind of climbed up on, and as you come down the hill, you see a really large footprint.
It's a bear.
Just one singular footprint, and it almost looks like it
Wait a
was
minute.
purposely put there.
By some giant ball-looking thing that mostly comes out around Christmas time?
What?
Think back to our Christmas adventure.
Oh no! This is bigger than that.
Oh shit!
Give
I
me
go back
nature
to-
checks.
Okay, I was gonna say I go back to Yip Yip to tell him what's going on, but let's see what we got. Oof.
Yip Yip, you want to give a nature check too?
I'll give Yip Yip guidance.
24.
You didn't need it.
I'm the most nature motherfucker here.
So you basically almost fall into this print, and you're like looking at the claw marks in it and the lines and and in your opinion, it looks like somebody something stepped down and purposely dug their foot into the ground further to make sure that this print would be noticeable. And you're looking at the size of this thing and you're thinking, this has to be the largest dragon footprint you have ever seen in your life.
Angel voice. Dragon. And I say it with confidence so he believes me. I'm like, oh shit.
In fact, I will go as far to say, Preston, that roll is so high, you're pretty sure the way the claws are spaced and the imprint that this is a maybe ancient green dragon.
Oh.
Got that
Oh,
color,
angel
too,
voice.
based on the print.
Yeah, angel voice.
Just
Don't
by
tell the
way
wizard.
scales
It's an old
and
green
the
dragon.
foot spacing.
Yip, I know that the wizard's got some problematic behaviors, but I think he was right about the color of the dragons. I don't think it's a different type of creature altogether. And green dragons typically have a pretty sore disposition. We can't afford to not be cautious here. I think we need to wake everyone else up and figure out what to do. Probably run, but we might not be able to.
I agree.
I go and wake
agree.
everybody up.
Yeah.
What?
And I mimic
going
that.
on?
I
And
mimic
I
the
don't
voice of
whisper
the
about it, 'cause
of the
it's
shrieking
close up.
mushroom.
You what, Preston?
I said I mimic
You
the
make
voice
the
of the
sound of
shrieking.
mushroom.
I was going to say, I go over to him and I say, everybody wake up. I'm not going to try and be quiet about it. Not going to try and rustle. If there's a green dragon here, they know we're here.
All of a sudden, there's you hear this loud shrieking behind you. You're like, hey guys, wake up.
What the fuck is that?
Biggest fucking cicada I've ever heard. I know that footprint anywhere. Those are giant locusts.
I turn around immediately, running or moving back towards where Yip Yip was if he's not right next to me, to try and find out what's happening instead of trying to wake everybody up.
I just
I
look
don't know if
at
anybody
this.
wakes up to Yip Yip's screech.
Yeah, it's the screeching just wakes everybody up.
Okay.
No one can avoid that sound.
Well, that's a fun trick.
What's going on?
Ancient dragon. Everybody wake up. It's nearby. Footprints just over that crest. I'm sure it knows we're here. I'm sure it hears us. I'm sure it sees us.
Did we see
We
it?
need to figure out what to do. Yip Yip thinks it's a green dragon. Giant footprint was just made. He heard it earlier.
If it's green and it's ancient, why aren't we already dead?
I was wondering the same thing. I figured there's no point if it's a green dragon in trying to hide. It knows we're here. It knows what's going on. So let's talk. What do we do now?
Sister, have you heard of any ancient dragons around here? We know the young one in Thunder Tree, but
The only ancient in this area is old Gnawbones.
Gnawbones. Do I know of an old Gnawbones?
Old Gnawbone. You give me a history.
You got it. 14.
Guidance.
So.
Wow.
I did a 0.
I'm also from the area, if that changes anything.
Quaska just starts telling a random ass story.
Yeah.
When I was a young orc in the forest, we had a pet dragon named Old Gnawbones.
Old Gnawbones, what they used to call me in high school.
Suddenly, kind of like almost like 5 feet away from you where you guys are standing,
Uh-oh.
you suddenly see this ancient green dragon just appear. And she just looks at you. Are y'all talking about me?
Are you all
Yes,
Gnawbones?
I am a god.
And
Preston
you
gets
notice
1 point.
1 point of inspiration.
Yep.
So, as she says this, you see her jaws are chomping down on something, and suddenly you see like an orc's arm fall out of her mouth with
Oh,
the
dear.
Bone Splitter tribe tattooed on the flesh of this arm. I wanted to come and personally welcome you to my home. I've heard about your exploits in Phandalin, and I appreciate that you have cleaned up some annoying messes. And for now, I wanted to introduce myself, because you seem quite capable of keeping things in order around Phandalin.
Anytime.
But no, if you try to come hunt me down, I will raze your little town to the ground. Do not try to find my horde.
We didn't
But-
even know you existed. Don't worry about it.
Oh, that's a
We were
shame,
aware that there were
Paradox.
some powerful dragons in the area.
You must hide yourself
You've
well.
kept
is what I'm
your
saying.
identity very, very well hidden, and we'll do what we can to ensure no one from Phandalin tries to change that.
She goes, I appreciate your shit, I had the word I was looking for.
Maybe
Your
somebody,
discretion.
maybe somebody should ask her if she's got
I-
some messes she wants us to clean up. Let's get on this one's good side.
I was getting ready to ask. Yeah. So I, all while keeping an eye on that cart back there, right? Like, can we just make that be known? Like, we
Yeah.
got one eye on the dragon and one eye on Captain Asshole over here.
He
So
looks-
I step.
So she's kind of watching you when you do
Mhm.
this, and she's like, don't worry, Quazga. I don't like that piece of shit either.
So I walk over and I kind of, put my daggers back in my rapiers back in my rapier holders is a technical term we called them where I'm from, and I say, hey, I couldn't help but notice the branding on that arm. It looks like we have the same opinion about several creatures in this area, and I kind of give her a little nod.
Oh, Quazga. I knew your mother once. It's a shame what happened to her.
And an icy chill goes down my spine, and I kind of stutter step and at a bit of a loss for words.
She was a very strong woman. I mean, thankfully, Sister Grayley's here to keep you in line. Everyone knows that women are much better than the men around here. So I'm glad that you have some guidance.
Yeah, I just kind of look at the ground and nod my head.
And you
That's
see a
it.
grin kind of come across her jaws.
None of us are foolish enough to think that if you wanted us dead, we'd still be standing here. Is there anything we can do to serve you, or to help you in this area? Since you want to keep your identity hidden, maybe we can act to help
Oh,
you
I
reach
don't
your
want
goals.
my identity hidden. Not
Oh.
necessarily. I just don't want anybody wandering into my domain in Cryptogarden Forest. But I do have a question. And she kind of saunters over towards Vincent.
Ooh.
And she gets down really low and looks at you, kind of like eye to eyes. And she gives you a sniff. You can almost feel like your robe's being pulled as she sniffs.
Happy birthday, Mr. President.
So she kind of looks around, like looks you up and down, and she's like, "What disturbs me is I know just about everything about Savandris and Caradoc and Quazga, Yip Yip, hell, even Osmond and Sister Grayley and the Spider. But it's almost like you come out of nowhere."
I guess you could say that I'm new to the era.
New to the era. What exactly does that mean? And she belches. Almost blows you over.
My hat flies off.
And she's still
gecko.
you suddenly hear the
Little
flesh
hair.
that she's been chawing on kind of is like, you can tell it's been slurped away, and now she's just gnawing on the bones. So it's kind of apparent how she got her name.
Right.
To be honest, you are not the first to fail to recognize me or remember me. And I seek to know why.
And those must be answers I can't even give, because I don't even know who you are.
He's Vincent. This is Vincent, by the way. Vincent.
Vincent.
Yes, I'll go to full introductions. I am Vincent Fulminari of the Blue. There was a time.
I'm Claudia Hilmarter the Green.
Oh, well. I am honored, and I'll take a large bow.
It's good that you know your betters. Some wizards get all uppity. But no, there's nothing that you guys can do for me now. However, I have the feeling there's some dangerous things coming. And I can feel them in my old bone. And I think it's better to know who can help and who can't. So I'll let you live. You're free to go in the morning, and do not worry. The eyes of the forest watch for you. And as she says that, you see like a deer and a few squirrels run up, a few chipmunks come out of the woods, and they just kind of all approach you. And she flies off. And these critters just kind of sit down and stare at you.
Before she flies off, I would try to ask her another question.
Okay.
If I
You
see
gotta
her,
be quicker than that.
If I see her start to leave, I would ask her. You said you don't want anyone intervening on your territory, correct?
Correct.
Is Venom Fang, this new upstart dragon in Thunder Tree, is he a problem to you?
That child, he's nothing to me. In fact, he's not even on what I would call my territory. He's all the way up there in Thunder Tree. I know he's up there. He's a nuisance. If he becomes too much of a nuisance, I'll be picking my teeth with his bones.
He's a nuisance that we were planning on getting rid of.
Does me no harm either way. sometimes it's better to have the weaker folk take care of your smaller problems.
While he's saying this before she leaves, I just kind of come out of my stupor and clear my throat and just say, before you leave, I just wanted to make it known that we appreciate you making the initiative to let us know of your presence and allow us to pass through your woods.
And then she flies off. One of the squirrels does come up to you, Caradoc, and suddenly you see it have this like horrible pained expression across its face, and you can almost see its vocal cords underneath its skin, or like its like throat start to constrict and it starts talking. And it sounds like the dragon's voice coming out of it, but it makes it look like the creature's in horrible pain as it does it. She's like, so by the way, you should fear the road ahead. Someone is going to lay a trap for you, Caradoc.
Does the chipmunk speak out loud, or is
Yes, it's totally out loud.
Me specifically, or us, the group?
You specifically.
I say, whoo, 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 and wipe my brow with my hand and give Caradoc a slap on the back.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck with that teamwork.
Mm-hmm. Good thing you got this.
Rob, her name was Claudia Ilmador? Is that what she said?
It's Claudio Mater.
Claudio?
CLAW.
No, it's CLA. It's hold on, I'll spell it for you. CLAUGIYLIAMATAR.
All right. I thought it was 2 words.
No, it's all one word. She has according to Forgotten Realms, she does have another name, and I can't remember, she has a nickname, but I couldn't find it at the time. I want to say that people call her Cloudy.
Back where I'm from, we used to call her the Goose.
The Goose.
The Goose. One word as well. DAGOOSE. Also, missed opportunity. The name should have been spelled CLAW and then whatever,
I didn't name it.
Yeah. As a DM, you have that power.
Clog.
I think that you represented quite firmly earlier that we shouldn't rely on you for our spelling needs.
Look, I'm just trying to get better every day.
Are you trying to learn how to spell it? Are you trying to learn how to say it there, Caradoc?
So it's a name.
I just call it all Gnawbones because that's
their nickname. Yeah.
I can pronounce that, kinda.
Yep. I mean, just put down the goose.
What does that even mean? I don't get the joke.
The goose. That's my nickname for everything. Goose.
It's
Claudia
Matar. Claudia Mater. They have a
It's Mater. We're just call her Mater.
Yeah.
What's up, Toe Mater?
That's what Google translates it.
Claudia
It's a name. Old Gnawbones. That's easy.
Yeah, old Gnawbones. All one word.
Old Gnawbones.
She did leave the orc arm behind, though.
The what?
The orc bone that fell out of her mouth, the orc arm. She just left it there.
And Quasga rolls to put it in his bag.
No, I grabbed that and I threw it in the fire.
Ugh.
Smells like burning hair now. Thanks, Quasga.
Yeah.
For that NPCs.
All right, well, I'm going to sleep. Well, all the excitement's over with.
Yeah, if you guys were holding your breath or
Oh, my breasts were being held.
I was also holding Caradoc's breasts.
Same.
I kind of leaned over and whisper, "Sorry, pal."
oh, this has been off the rails so bad.
It's the best kind. It's the best kind.
Man,
So what
I
are
was
we on,
really
second or third watch?
I was really worried the wizard was going to say something off-color to make the dragon mad, but good job, Fluminary.
It's been eons since I came across a female of your kind.
I think I have enough wits to know to stay on Dragons' good side.
You happened to be a little lizard about 500 years ago. Okay.
Wait a tick.
And more mysteries into what Vincent is and why nobody remembers him. Even dragons that are ancient.
Uh-oh.
I'll look to the Sister Graylee. And what's her expression?
She's kind of unnerved. Like, how did it get this close to us without us even knowing? It's almost like it was toying with us.
Is Sister Graylee going to be the one that double-crosses Little Man? Ooh, the plot thickens.
The plot dost thicken.
I've got my money on Quazga. Or the racist dude. One of the two.
The racist dude. the old racist man.
Cannon.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah.
Well. Shit. I think we should just leave this area and never return. Not to Phandalin, not to Neverwinter. We just grab a boat and go away as far as we can.
Open a pawn shop.
If we were to be on any side of a dragon,
I mean, I think
it's
dragons
saying,
like them
"Oh,
to
looking
minis.
after you" is one of the best ones.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. The side that you're still breathing on is the side to be on.
True. But how long
Really
can you
wish I
stay
was
on that
wearing
side of
pants.
a dragon?
I don't know. I mean, today, we at least know we have today. And I walk over and throw that arm on the fire and walk over to old Spider and just stare at him, unblinkingly and just say, well, that was close.
Yeah, he looks terrified.
Then I lean in farther and I whisper, don't shit in the cage either. So, second watch, third watch, fast forward to morning.
Yep. Are you guys planning on moving in the middle of the night? I don't know.
I mean, I'd say we're pretty safe right now.
I mean, I'd say we're not going to get any safer by moving.
The animals seem to be setting up a perimeter and watching.
Thank God for the
Well,
animals.
I'll take the rest of my watch and not be able to sleep for the rest of the night, but try to.
All right. The rest of your night goes completely uneventful.
Compared to that.
So you guys set out the next morning. And
Before we set out, let me ponder into my orb, see if I can learn any secrets of the future.
Do they know about old Gnawbones in Neverwinter? How have none of us heard of this dragon when it's literally probably half a day's flight from Neverwinter? I mean, sure, it takes us 3 or 4 days, but this thing's so close to any of these cities nearby.
Mr. Graylee says, "Oh, we know about old Gnawbones up in Neverwinter, but she seems to usually stay down here. A lot of these older dragons don't really like to cause a whole lot of trouble. Most of them just want to be left alone. So we just leave them alone." every once in a while, the cult of the dragon will come calling, and I've heard before that old Gnawbones didn't want really much to do with them. They
Well,
tried to offer her Drakenlichdom.
I'll tell you, I'm going to have some words for our friend Gundren for not warning us about this when he hired us for the first job we took.
Gundren didn't really probably wonder about the dragon. I mean, we know it, like, some people know about him. I mean, I don't know if Gundren knew about a dragon being out there. He's been kind of a traveler around this area. Yip Yip didn't know.
She said her lair was, or not lair, but she resided over which forest? Did she say that? Crypt Garden?
Crypt Garden. Is that what it's called? Crypt Garden, south of Phandalin.
Yeah, okay. It's on the map.
Yeah, it's very close to Phandalin.
I ain't going over there.
Nope. I don't plan to go back to Phandalin at this point.
Well, that's where Rainbow Cave is.
Savandrius is like, I'm leaving this town, so he goes somewhere else, and in the middle of the night, little claw taps on this window. What you doing, Savandrius?
I can't.
to me.
I can't be worth the effort. I really can't.
Do what?
Can I? I really can't be worth all this effort for you, can I?
I'm old and bored. I live a long time.
Sing me a song. Savandrius.
At least I know the score.
Yeah.
I'll head back.
Do you
Want
love
to
me,
play you as long as I
Savandrius?
want?
Could you learn to love me?
Want to drink some Baileys from a shoe?
She just burps up like a pile of shoes.
I'm all
Boots
double.
outside your window. Every morning, Savandrius wakes up. There's just a pile of slimy, regurgitated boots outside his window.
Serenade me with your song, music man. Angel voice.
Angel voice. Oh god, good stuff.
There's your performance. We got a 22 on that one.
I didn't get. Oh, there it goes. Okay. It's like, it didn't give me that. All right.
Well,
So you guys are continuing down the road, and you find yourself in an area where you're kind of in the road is kind of made from an old dry riverbed. You know, like rolling hills kind of on either side. You guys get yourself down into one of these little road areas on your little cart, and suddenly you see trees blocking your path.
This might be the trap that she warned us about. Keep your eyes open. I'm gonna cast Divine Sense just in case if there's any stinky boys.
So what is divine sense like? What does it look for?
I will say. Sense anything affected by the hollow spell or any celestial fiends undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover. So celestial fiends undead. That's what
Okay.
I'm sniffing for.
It does not find any of those.
Otherwise, I'm just relying on my eyeballs.
I take a look around and give guidance to Yip Yip and anybody else who wants to look around as well.
Yeah, I'll take a little perception. Take a little gander.
Ooh,
Should we
I don't
roll
see-
perception,
I don't see shit.
boss man?
I'll look around. I'm not good at it. But, yeah.
I mean, everybody who's rolling, roll a d4 on top of it, especially Quazga.
Yeah, I'll take that 17 all day long.
13. I don't see shit.
There you go. Did Rob just go silent?
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
it.
I'm trying to put people on a map.
Oh, okay.
Trying to put you folks on the map.
I got 22.
Who's this guy?
You're extra vigilant
shit.
right now after your warning from the dragon.
Hello, friends.
Surprise.
Yeah, what a old
Goodbye, friends.
Wait,
what
how many-
old Vincent Quascasy.
do I got everybody on there? Oh, well, I guess I need a Sister Grayley token.
I would have been on a horse.
I can't control Mr. Gizzard if it matters.
Well, that's weird. I don't know why you can't.
He's got a mind of his own.
Oh, Vincent.
I don't see Sophandrius.
Don't see Sophandrius?
I see
thought I put him up
Caradoc,
there.
the
Did he get-
Wizard, the Gizzard, me and Sean, but no Sophandrius.
Alright.
Hey, Joe, can you move Vincent? Or is it just Mr. Gizzard you can't move? Just out of
I can
curiosity.
move Vincent. I just can't move Mr. Gizzard.
Oh, okay.
It's weird.
Gotcha.
So he's not been locked down. You were able to move him last map, right?
Yeah.
That's weird.
On the Wayvook okay map, yeah.
Well, I guess I'll have to move him for you until I can figure out what the hell is going on.
Well, that's all right.
Okay, so let me look at your rolls over here. So you got a 22 then?
Should be my highest.
Okay. You you kind of notice in the tree line over here, you see two ogres kind of hiding behind the tree line. And they both look like they're holding a large keg of something. You also notice whoops, let me move this over here.
Do I only notice them now after we've walked this far up? Or would I notice them like as we're walking up?
Yeah, as you're walking up, you notice them.
Because like we're already right next to them.
Let me see. Oops, nope. Well, now it's not even letting me move the cart. All right, so about here is where the cart was when you guys noticed it. So everybody want to put their characters where you guys would have been in this cart. So
I would have been sitting in the front, I imagine.
I don't have a Sister Grayley token, damn it.
We also don't have a spider token.
Oh,
We need
excuse-
a spider token in the back of the cart.
I also have a horse.
I think if we were actually
Not that it matters.
escorting this, I would probably be out front scouting out, if I'm being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I have
See? There's
Misty
the
Step,
spider.
a lot of mobility.
I was on my horse in front of the cart, but I don't know if you'll be walking in front of the cart or not.
I would have been out, like, probably a ways in front of the cart. Like, I really probably would have been scouting out in front. I didn't say it earlier, so if we don't want to do that, that's fine. But just because...
I would have asked you to remain in eyesight of me at least.
And I'd have said
See if
I'm...
something happens to you.
and I'd have said I've got Misty Step, I've got ways to escape, and there's a dragon in the area, I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure we're all gonna die anyway.
We would have died already. It's fine.
Unless the dragon didn't want us to yet.
So, as you approach and when you started noticing the ogres and stuff, you see a woman wearing black leather armor with spiky spikes all over it. Spiky spikes. And she steps out onto the cliff. And you hear her voice kind of boom around her, like very loud and very clear. That's far enough, Phandalin champions.
Ooh, champions.
Thank you.
And we don't hear her because that's not the name of our merry band of misfits. I think henceforth we're just simply known as Dim Boys.
She continues and she says, "Hand over the spider or prepare to die."
May I ask who we're speaking with?
Hey, Spider. Tell them who we ran into last night. In
Hear
case
that?
y'all didn't know, that
We
was
ran
him
into your
telling
mom last night.
that we ran into an ancient green dragon last night. Old Gnawbones. You ever heard of her? I would imagine, since she wants this prisoner delivered and out of her area and is not a fan of him, you probably don't want to stop us here. So, how about you step aside and let us continue on our path?
Old Gnawbones doesn't dare come this far east.
I mean, for what it's worth, I rolled a... I don't know if you care, but a 26 on persuasion.
Oof. We're good.
I imagine
Yeah.
that at least some of you don't want to incur the wrath of an ancient green dragon.
One of the ogres kind of looks over at the woman. Did you roll another? Oh. And he kind of looks concerned. But she doesn't seem to be phased.
I get a pull a
So
torch
I reach.
from my pack, and I go ahead and I light the torch, and then I look over at Kwazga.
I take the torch from Yip Yip and I look over at the ogres and I say, "You boys eating today? You guys like fried chicken?" And I look over at Miss Fancy Pants and Leather. I say, "Do you like yours extra crispy?" And then I roll a 25 on intimidation. And I say, just because the dragon's not here, which we did meet last night, by the way, and I look at both the ogres and I kind of do one of these, doesn't mean we can't start a small fire over here.
She just stares at you.
And I just kind of look at her blankly and say, "Sorry, we didn't catch your name. What'd you say it was?"
She doesn't speak to you.
Fuck it. You know what to do, Sean.
I mean, I feel like my hand's kind of being forced now, right? Anybody have any qualms?
I cast a spell on me and my horse.
Me and my horse is amazing.
I cast Shield of Faith on me.
Give it a
What's your
lick.
question?
Perfect.
All right. Look, we don't.
I holler at Vincent and I say, "Vincent, do us all a favor and get out of the cart."
What do we need for you to let us pass here with our prisoner without a fight?
There is nothing that you could give me. He must come with me.
And why is that?
Because the Zentarum want him.
Well, he's under Harper's jurisdiction at the moment.
Yeah, so if we can't give you anything to convince you, what can we take away? What happens if you go back empty-handed?
You misinterpret what I say. I don't work for the Zentarum. I am here for my own reasons.
Well, it sounds like you, me, and Sylvester Stallone all have something in common. None of us work for the Centaurans.
Who's Sylvester Stallone?
Oh, you'll love him. He's one of the bartenders back at the fuck's that place called? Vandalin?
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
It's canon now.
He's the guy that makes Big Macs. Yeah. So, I mean, you never answered my question. What happens if nobody gets to take Spider to the destination? What if there is no Spider? What if he's just a giant pile of ashes?
Well, somebody's going to be very disappointed. Not necessarily me.
Ain't gonna be me either, sister.
Look. Tell you what. My friend there, Quazga, makes a good point.
I wave the torch back and forth. That's me.
He is very prepared to kill our prisoner. Then you'll walk away empty-handed.
Oh, that
and there's a good chance you'll attack us. And one side will end up dead, and the other side will end up walking away. Maybe some of you and your soldiers will make it out. Maybe you won't. But that's a lot of risk to show up empty-handed anyway.
And Miss Lady Friend, my arm's getting real tired, and this torch is real heavy, and I just rolled a 2 in athletics. To be fair, I have a +3, so it's a 5. Hands getting mighty slippery. I am indeed on the nose, lighting a fire under our asses.
Well,
Hand over the spider. You have 5 seconds to do so.
4,
If not,
3.
Hold on. You said I have 5 seconds to do so. I'm going to cast Unearthly Chorus and start singing a song to persuade her. But start singing.
Look at his horse. His horse is amazing. Give it a lick. Tastes like raisins.
In hopes that she'll kind of scratch her head and be like, what the fuck's going on here?
Mm-hmm.
But in that 5 seconds, I'm going to do a performance check with Unearthly Chorus. If that's okay. Is that okay? Can I do
Rob,
this?
I got to go pee real quick, but I went ahead and rolled the initiative to be on the safe side while I'm gone. It's a 21.
Oh, sorry, that's with advantage, so I'm going to pop the second one in there.
So
There we
Preston
go.
basically rolled to go first, and he left the room.
That's true. So I got a 27. I don't know if they did anything to interrupt me or anything like that, if she recognized what I was doing. But what Unearthly Chorus does is 3 creatures of the GM's choice within 30 feet of you that can see you and hear the music must make a charisma saving throw. If you or your companions are attacking it, the creature automatically succeeds on the saving throw. On a failure, the creature becomes friendly to you for as long as it can hear the music and for 1 hour thereafter. You make charisma deception checks against the creature made friendly by this spell with advantage.
so what was you rolling for there? You were just rolling to roll?
I was rolling,
Part of the spell or whatever.
Yeah.
Ability.
basically to sort of. The rolling was kind of to hide the fact that I was casting Unearthly Chorus. Unearthly Chorus.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And so the 3, you said it's the 3 of the DM's choice?
Within 30 feet.
And those ogres were just bobbing their heads and tapping their feet when he started singing. I saw the whole thing, Rob. Make this interesting.
Now it's
Okay.
up to you, but if you want to honor this, the ogres and this dude down here are within 30 feet. I don't know
Yeah, I was
if it
gonna
counts
say, I was like,
allies, because technically
she's not.
Karazaki-
She's not within 30 feet, but the ogres and that
Yes.
one of the lizard
Yes.
man.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. One of them's even kind of humming because he heard the song once.
Well, that's not 30 feet though, is it? Was that 30 feet? Because it's. I guess it does. Okay, so it's probably yeah. All right, so let me roll.
And they were singing the roof is on fire. We don't need no water. Burn.
Fucking wisdom
Let that
saving
guy in the
throw.
car burn.
Oh, one of the ogres, this guy here, he made the check. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
we got, so the check is at a 15 or higher, right?
Yeah,
Or
he
as
rolled.
my spell saves 15. Okay.
He got a 15 right on the nubbin.
What do inspiration die do again?
Lets you re-roll.
Anything?
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. You can't make somebody else re-roll. You
Oh,
don't
okay.
re-roll because you're a DC.
Okay.
They have to beat
Gotcha.
your DC or match it or beat it.
Hey, does the spider have
and
to do that
the-
check? Since he's in the cart and he's in that green
No,
circle?
it's only 3 people in my choice.
Oh.
So this lizard folk here, he also made this. He also succeeded, but this ogre here failed.
Yes, we got an ogre. We got a fucking ogre.
I mean,
He
not
can-
necessarily. It doesn't mean it's going to fight for us, but
I
doesn't.
don't know.
I mean, maybe it won't fight us.
Maybe it fights
He
his
was
friend.
he was also the one that looked concerned when you mentioned old Gnawbones.
Look, believe what you want, but regardless, we were visited by an ancient green dragon last night, and it didn't kill us. I'm feeling pretty invincible today, so if you want to fight us, it is what it is. But if you don't want to incur the wrath of an ancient green dragon, which maybe you would, maybe you wouldn't, it's hard for me to say. Maybe she doesn't give a shit about us, but I would tread very lightly if I were any of you.
Mhm.
And at least against that one that's friendly towards us, with Unearthly Chorus, I've got, what is it? Let me see. Advantage on deception checks. Although that's not really deception, to be honest. It's more persuasion anyway.
Oh my god, your little squirrel, your little circle there is fucking me up. We moved this out of the way. Oh shit, no, I didn't want to do that. Oh my god, what? Oh my god! Well, apparently all the monsters that I just end the circle, all this. Okay. Alright.
Unearthly chorus, man. They're all doing the thriller dance right now.
Thriller.
That was strange. I don't know what happened. I just moved the circle. They didn't move when I first did, but they just like disappeared one at a time. Is one of you guys named Thanos?
Snapped a little too hard.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's alright. That worked. Okay, whoops. Okay, let me move them back to where they were at. They weren't. There we go. They were somewhere around there. Okay. Yeah, so let me grab this.
Hey, Sister Grayley, you might want to get out of the cart too.
Yep. Couldn't see her. She was all silhouette and
Did you unyoke
shadows.
the horses? No, I don't know.
Everybody
Does
roll.
Yip move to unyoke the horses? If they light this
Somebody-
on fire, are those horses going to die? Because that sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna light it on fire.
I look
somebody
over
should
at
get
Yip Yip and say,
Sister
Yeah.
Grayley should get off.
yeah, I speak a little under my breath and I say, Sister Krayley, like you need to get out of the cart if you value those clothes you're wearing right now, because if not,
All
they're
right,
gonna be
everybody,
singed
everybody
along
needs
with
to
flesh.
roll initiative.
I did. I got 21.
Yeah, I knew you did.
5, baby.
7.
This is my
Vincent.
Tales from Beyond thing.
Vincent,
Yeah.
you need to unhook the horses. Can your little lizard friend make it over there and unyoke the horses?
It would be difficult with his little tongue.
The joke's too easy, Vincent. I'm better than that. Can you make it over there and unhook the horses?
Right, so
Do what I can.
we got about
Spider.
13 minutes till the session's over. What are we?
Spider, can you I'm just kidding. Fuck you.
Oh shit, we better stop for the night then.
Oh.
This is gonna take. I was thinking we had more time.
Rob, the dice are hot tonight,
Yeah,
man.
come on.
No, I think we're gonna stop for tonight.
Oof, okay.
This is a good time to stop. Right
a
before
good time
big
to stop.
combat.
That's a
Give
good
me
time.
everybody give me a religion roll before we go.
I cast guidance on everyone.
I
I'll
mean,
take it.
it's an action, so.
Well, are we in a fight already?
Not yet. We're amidst it.
I cast guidance on Vincent. There. Do you feel better now?
Natural 20 for a total of 19.
Nailed it.
Because
Yeah.
intelligence is a dump.
The heathens in the group don't know
Guidance on
jack
me.
shit. The rest of us know a thing or two about a thing or two.
26
Mhm.
total.
So anybody that rolled higher than a 10, which
You heathens.
Uh,
I don't practice it, but I know a thing or two about a thing or two.
you do notice that the woman has a holy symbol around her neck for a goddess known as Levator, the goddess of pain.
Leviatar.
Leviatar. Is that how you say it? I've
Yeah.
heard. I looked it up on a different. Like I had it read, and it was like Loviatar is what I've heard, and like it's like 3 or 4 different. So it's pronounced how? Like it's never. It doesn't matter, Vincent, because I'm never going to pronounce it right.
Loviatar.
Oh,
Leviatar.
I guess officially it's Loviatar. Weird.
Now, when I was growing up learning about her, we just called her the goose.
Mm-hmm.
She just BDSM mommy.
All right, and that's where we're going to stop for tonight, and hopefully next session my brain will be not mush.
I mean, I think it's better if we go and fight this thing if you're feeling
No.
a little bit, mushy around the bowl there.
No, we don't have time for this battle.
All right, well.
Yeah, so, Alright, Rob, I see you. Just my number, my...
The cast at Pixelated Paranormal would like to thank you for listening to this week's episode. Pixelated Paranormal is here to tell you tales of the fantastical, the strange, the unknown. Tales that will move you a little further down the paranormal highway. If you'd like to share your own listener story, we would love to hear it. Email us at pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. Again, that's pixelatedparanormal@gmail.com. We'd really love to hear from you. Again, thanks for listening to this week's episode of Pixelated Paranormal, your guide to the unusual and the strange.